So you just saw the way to make this, and I'm going to show you a couple shortcuts of things that you can do. One, if you struggle with the ruler, I know a lot of people do struggle with rulers. I have these digital dial calipers, which if you go here, I'm going to zero it out right there because that's the 0 point. I don't know if you can see it. I can also take these measurements with this, and right now it's in millimeters. I'm going to switch it to inches, and I can find those measurements that I was finding earlier. This battery's about to die on it, but look, remember how I knew that was 3.7? Right there it says that's 3.7. I can find, and some of these you might not even have to touch. You can just kind of get it close enough. Remember, on any of your measurements, go a little bigger than you have to. So that's 1.57. I think I said it was 1.6 in the video, 1.65, something like that. Okay, so you can kind of use this to cheat if you have a problem with using a ruler. It's definitely beneficial to know how to learn a ruler, and I do have some videos on that as well. Okay, but let's show you the shortcut. So you want to make this, but you don't want to do all the measurements and grid stuff. So I took a picture of this guy. I think I went to Toy Cam. Let's do it again. There's like a free website that just accesses a web camera on your. Okay. I'll even move this down. I'm just gonna, and let's see. Oh, let's go. Yeah, left. No, let's see what. Look at all these. Let's go. Oh, nope. I don't want any of those. A black and white one would not be bad though. Yeah, that would be pretty good. Maybe. Maybe this mono would actually be best. Okay, so I go here, selected this mono. I'm going to try to bring this down here. And might actually help if you have like a dark background. I'm going to take this mouse pad right here. Hold this. I'm going to try to hold it even with the camera surface, and usually I do this with my phone, so it'd be a lot easier. The real important thing is that you match the angle of the camera. So I'm trying to do this, I would normally not do it this way. Okay, right there, about like that. I need it to be as similar to that angle of the screen. So if you're using your phone, you want to be straight up and down. Oh, I moved. Let's go back. I'm gonna do it. Okay. No, that's not what I want. Okay, I'm gonna just try to do it by hand because I don't have time. I'm just gonna hold it here, and this might be a little bit more editing, but it'll work. Okay, I'm gonna line up the top. See that I'm lining up the top edge with the top of the screen. Let's do it one more time. That looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna save that. Save it to my computer. I'm gonna open this with Paint, and I'm going to Control A. Let's rotate, and we're going to flip horizontally so it's like it is in the picture, and we're going to make this small. I'm going to move this over here like that, and I'm going to hit this like that. Okay, and then File, save as. Makey easy. This is not my preferred way of doing this, but it's quick. Cut Studio, import. Oh. There we go. Okay, we're going to extract image outline. Adjust the darkness. Probably want a little darker than lighter. Okay, extract lines. And I'm going to hit OK. Okay. So, we'll take this away. And now we go back to where we were at, where, oh my gosh, I hope I remember these measurements because I don't see the piece of paper over here. Make a box. I believe. Well, I guess I can just go to, oh no, object, properties. I can just measure it real quick. And well, this time we'll do it with the dial caliper. So, hang on 1 second. This needs to be 3.6. You see it? I'm just measuring the white part from white to the white. So let's go with width as 3.6. And then we gotta do the height. This is just the white spot. .5, I think I put 1.55 in the other one. So we'll go with that. Okay. And click here. And close. Okay, so this should be the size of what everything should fit in. Okay, so I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to bring it down to about the size of this box. Oh, right now. If I hold shift, it holds its angle. Oh, whoops. Why do I keep doing that? I'm going to rotate this a little bit. Line it up. Okay. Okay. Looks like about the right size. Okay. So give or take, that's about where it's going to be. I can probably rotate a little more. Okay. So now I click on this guy. I go here to edit, and so I'm going to start deleting stuff. Clicking on these little points and deleting them. Pretty sure, I thought I could select multiple and delete. So I'm just selecting the parts I don't really want. I'm not gonna put in the little LEDs this time because I don't want to waste too much time on them. So you can see I'm just cleaning everything up. Okay, now this won't be, and then you can take it a step further, like go in here. You know, if I was doing this personally, I would kind of try to straighten up some of these lines. I mean, it's got a nice curve to it. It might actually be better. But just kind of clean everything up. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. You've already kind of seen how to do this in my other video if you've gone through this. Okay, so let's test it. And we're going to put some more initials on this one. Let's go with EC. We're going to go to Object Properties, and then under Format, we got all of our fonts. Scroll down, pick a cool looking one. Let's go with cap locks are on. There we go. EC. Okay. Alright, that looks cool. We'll go with that. Okay. This is to add some like personalization, customization. Representing East Central High School. Okay, so I'm going. Let's load up and then go to my junk drawer. Let's do a. I think I've got enough here. We'll go with. I want a small scrap. I can get some use out of. A flat black one. We'll do that. Okay, so we're going to put this in here again. Bring it out there to that sensor, bring this wheel over. Okay. And we're going to close that. Once again, I really recommend you use the pieces instead of the rolls. Sheet unloaded. Okay, we're going to go to piece. Should bring it forward and then backwards till now it knows exactly where that piece is and how big it is. Okay, now just like normal, we're going to come back here, we're going to go to File, Cutting Setup, Media Size, Get from Machine, okay, and I actually know the piece is a lot bigger than this, but okay, right there, and we're going to go to Cutting. Okay. Now let's see how this does. Okay. Goodness, this stuff. You can get that off of there. Keep going, pause the video. Okay, we'll start back. Alright, so I got it all torn out. Now you can see, I mean, this doesn't look as precise. You can see these little squiggles here. Now I could have cleaned some of that up, but let's see how this actually translates directly to the makey compared to the other way. Okay, get that off of there. Go here. Okay. Take that off. Now it works, but let's notice a couple things compared to these. I can tell that these holes aren't quite right. You can see some more white. This, where the white is, it's kind of more even. If anything, this was more messed up by me putting it on there than anything else. So, two ways of doing it. I really recommend you do it this way, because it's easier to edit things exactly the way you want them, move things around. I can go back into that file I saved and move that over just 0.5 of an inch. So a couple afterthoughts, when you're using this, try not to make anything too small. Those little things are next to impossible they don't stick very long. They're hard to cut out. If you have problems with the ruler, use the dial caliper. That's digital. Make sure you've got millimeter, inch, half inch. Okay, when I made the video earlier, I set my grid. Remember how to set your grid? You go to File, Preferences, Grid. Earlier, my grid was set to 0.05. It's probably too small. I think 0.1 is better. Every 1/10 of an inch, especially if you're using this ruler. Okay, and just remember that at the small part of the ruler on the 10th, from 1 to 2.5, it's every 0.5 or every 20th of an inch. So there's 20 marks in every 1 inch. Okay.